What's up, guys? Thomas here with Thunderbolt Films. I'm here with Dylan.
Hello.
And we're going to be just doing a short little commentary together over the unused footage from Dark Force.
So you can't sue us, fine brothers. We called it commentary. That's an old joke.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're not going to split this up into a bunch of videos because I feel like that would just get repetitive. We're just going to do one long take, maybe do a little discussion afterwards. So, yeah.
Let's do it.
So, put that over there. Alright. And, here we go.
The bridge scene.
And, this was all green screen. Not perfect, as you can tell. So...
Yeah, we had to work out. Literally, we just opened the garage door because we were actually filming this scene in my garage, and we had to open the door to get a somewhat of a decent light. You had two of your lights you were using.
And I think I had some of my umbrella lights too.
Yeah.
Or was that something?
No, it was your umbrella lights.
Yeah. There were some pretty hilarious outtakes of that. I will be releasing those.
Yes, I want to see those because we had one of the most hilarious.
Don't spoil it. But so I wish you had just a little bit more stubble on you.
Yeah, I remember your commentary that you are really saying. Remember, and I wish I did. I wish I did.
And your glasses. You look just a tad bit more intimidating with them.
Yeah.
So.
There was a whole snafu. I kept going back and forth with you. Like, did I have my glasses in that shot?
Yeah. In fact, in another, we'll get to that. But yeah. I did like the dynamic between these two characters.
I really liked it too.
Yeah, because it's like both are just like equally power, but like your character just wants it more. It's just like, no, I got it. Yeah. But it's just like,
and it works that you got Jay Goldfarb.
Oh yeah.
That man can act.
Oh yeah, he can. You two will have a similar dynamic when and if we do it again. So. And
crossed.
Yep. So, but after Passion Prevails, or my next film, I will do that. So, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
When this is over. So, so this is a scene you were not in. So, this was the last thing we filmed, actually. So, in fact, we never even fully finished our fight. We did.
No, we didn't.
We had a lot of pickups to do.
Yeah.
Reaction stuff to do, but
we were like at the tail end where he was lowering me into the lava.
Yeah. But we didn't do anything after that. But yeah. I probably will. Actually, I just thought we might release the script. And actually, in that shot before, I had Jake, Farb, and Jack are standing on like a mound in the woods at Blue Heron Park.
Yeah.
And he was. I had them insert shot, and then I had them like drop some leaves on there because Jack's supposed to be like up in a tree because he got caught ejected from a ship. But I don't think I think Jack was doing it and Farb was on the camera, and it's just like they just kind of dropped the leaves. I didn't
simulate he's kind of swinging there and the leaves are coming off.
Yeah, but it didn't. I wanted to go more in front of the camera. It didn't really work. So, and look, we're not wearing lightsabers on our belts. I completely spaced about that. I do like this shot though.
You did pick a really good time to film this.
Yeah. Now he's holding the lightsaber. There's another insert shot, and then Farb was actually supposed to be on like a speeder bike of sorts.
Okay.
So.
Were you able to do like any early effects work on those shots?
Nope.
Because I knew you did some for our fight for the trailer.
Yeah. And I think I'm releasing like a short reel of it of effects work. So yeah, right here he's supposed to be shooting lightning, but no, I didn't do any effects work for this because I just like once we found out we couldn't do it anymore, we just of this version. When in the original script, when Mason or Riley and Preston were still in it, this was supposed to be my character Mace and Riley's character fighting Goldfarb. So that would have set up that like sort of enemy ship that Mace and Farb have in episode 4. So that's probably my one regret because I don't think we'll be able to like fully set it up in the newer version. So
this takes me back.
Yeah.
Long nights.
Oh yeah, such long nights.
Little context for
no glasses.
And my eyes darting off to the side.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I was focusing.
Yeah. It's alright.
But a little context for this fight. We were filming these way in the morning, like Tom mentioned in his commentary. But this was during the summer, late during the summer, and it was hot.
Oh god, yeah. And you'll see in the next one the effects of that. But if you look in the background, somebody commented. I think in one of the shots of mine, there's a polar pop in the background. I think one of Jack's friend who was there, because Jack was here and filming. In fact, our fight took 2 days to shoot.
Yes.
Because the first night, I had just gotten these LED lights and they weren't fully charged, and they just died before we could get any fighting done. So I think we started at we got there at 9:30, did rehearsed a little bit.
Yeah.
And then did that. So, and this is a little lightning effect, so.
Really pushing down.
Yeah.
Wasn't I originally going to be jumping down the hill?
Yeah.
Landing where he is?
Well, that happens later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think when we do it again, because later on we went to your place.
Yes.
I think when we do it again, we'll do it at your place.
Okay.
And we'll do it either later in the year or early in the year where it's still pretty cool out.
Yeah.
So that way we'll be wearing all these layers and we won't be dying.
Yeah.
So.
Because when the next scene comes up, there's a bit of a story to that part.
Yeah. Yeah. So. That's one thing I'm just trying to figure out for the new version, to try to keep your character still a little bit more relevant, but keep Jack's character still has significance to him. And that's going to be different for how he is in the newer version, but we can't talk about that now. And I do want to try to keep that version, keep that in. I mean, none of this footage is going to be used, but...
Yeah. But that idea of me
tearing
them apart and
although,
using them against you.
Okay. So.
And that thing was, and how that, since we were kept taking apart that dual lightsaber so often, it became really flimsy.
Yeah, there was two different props, remember?
Oh yeah, there was the solid
there was one that was supposed to stick together. We will still use those again, and then there was a dual part that purposely went apart. So I like that shot. I just wish it was better lit though. So yeah, that's one thing. It's I mean the night shots work sort of, but it's I wish we had more lights, to light the backgrounds and everything.
Cause right here, all we got is the one light on me.
Yeah, and this is a different location now.
Yep, this is actually my backyard down the hill. Yep, actually nearby a forest in my backyard.
Yep, and there was one location we got kicked out of.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get kicked out.
We were just the police officer politely told us to leave. Yeah. So. But,
he actually did give us a bit of time. He said he was going to make one more round, and by the time he got back, he said, "Yeah, that's when you got to go, guys."
Yeah. But it's we lost a day of filming, a night of filming, but and then
the infamous shoot where I nearly I didn't nearly die of heat stroke, but I was about to hit it.
Well, didn't we? I think we did this multiple nights, and your epic scream that was great. That was great.
I think we really got intense with the choreography here.
Yeah.
A lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, the same context as the last scene. It was really hot, but we were dealing with mosquitoes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, they were horrible. We got spray, and we were choking on that spray because
there were all these other bugs that were just climbing on the lights and everything.
Yeah. It didn't affect the lighting that drastically, but they were still buzzing around us.
And look, there's a light stand in the background, and I'm pretty sure you can see that your four-wheeler in the background.
Yeah.
So
there's a light stand again.
Oh my god.
But aside from that, everything's really put together well. We really did really good on the shots.
Yeah, I mean... And this is... I think this was shot at the location we got kicked out of.
Yes, that was.
Yeah. That actually was pretty decently lit. That was supposed to be my POV, and it would be all extended. So
yeah.
And there's the light stand again.
Yep. And that's when I really grew out my stubble.
Yeah. Jack really wanted to cut his hair. If you look in the previous video where it's daylight, you know, Jack had longer hair than he does here. So
yeah. We were really trying to get this done before he had to eventually get to the point where he had to cut that no matter what.
And I think he did. Well, yeah, he did, because I saw him at, he was talking to some people at a restaurant, I think. So, and you can kind of see a bit of a light in the background. So, and that's me off camera
holding it.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of worked. So
here comes the hand. Here comes when he slices my hand off.
Yeah, that was supposed to be more him banging and you just like, just reactions like, oh crap. And then there's you. And I think this is the point when you started getting the heat sickness.
Yes.
So.
Because I went inside the house and I just collapsed on the floor.
Oh man. Yeah, that is one big regret I have. You know, having to not use this footage. So.
Another light stand in the background.
Yeah. And I think Jack was carrying a light when I was walking there.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So that's not a bad shot. So it just we technically had 2 lights we used. We had a third one but that was more of like a camp light.
Yeah.
So.
Because it was pitch dark out there, guys.
Oh yeah.
Like there were times when you guys went up to do something and get something from your car, and I was left down there. I got scared out of my wits sometimes.
Yeah, I would be too. Yeah. I think you can kind of see it there. He's just like kind of like. I think there might be some deleted scenes, like unused takes, where you were just kind of like.
Yeah, I was doing a lot. Well, I was breathing heavily because of that.
Yeah.
But hey, it worked for effect.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else.
Didn't we have a critter come by us while we were filming? Because I
remember
we
did. Jack saw it. So another one regret is like my character Orman and Jack's character Dan, and my one regret is like, you know, in the new like this one was like it would kind of like delve into their friendship and how it was before he turned, but it's just like in the new version, and because you know it's really because of scheduling things why this didn't really work out, and with this new version it won't really go into that. It'll all just be mostly backstory. I mean, I can't really talk more about that. Okay, well that's pretty much the end of the unused footage that was cut together. There was some other stuff like we shot you against a green screen, you know, getting plummeted to your death. So, yeah. So
that was the first time that I wore my costume on camera. Was that day we filmed the green screen stuff.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah.
A lot of hot nights.
Oh god, yeah. I don't know how I survived. So.
But hey, at least we did.
Oh yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, as they say.
That is true. And I don't regret any of this. Like, even though it didn't work out, you know.
I had fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. But hopefully with the newer version, you know, I can learn from all my mistakes. Like, don't film at night if it's super hot and you don't have enough lights.
And
so.
And if a lot of you were saying that we should have had water, we had a lot of water.
Yeah.
And we burned through that water.
Oh god, yeah.
A mere hour.
And we had ice in the cooler. Wasn't it all melted by the end of the night?
Yeah. Just I remember having to dump that out the next morning. It was filled up nearly to the top.
Yeah. And also bearing in mind, your job, you worked in the mornings.
Yes,
and the night you got heat sickness. You know, you had to work at like 7 a.m. the next morning.
I did.
So it's like, man, I mean, and I think like Jack, I think he works like afternoons, and I did too at my last job at the time. So, yeah.
And there were points my folks were like, "You got how long?" They were seriously asking, "How long are you going to be out there?" And they were starting to say, "You can't go back out there in black clothing." No, this is not going to happen. But we still were able to do it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So. other than that, there's not much else, really anything else that was fully cut together. There's a lot more of...
That was my whole summer.
Oh, yeah. Mine too. But there was a lot more of this scene, like a lot more cut together. Like, not a lot more footage, but it never cut it together. Because as I was in the middle of editing it, that's when I got the word, and it came to me that we were not going to be able to continue this. So, third draft of the script was like the one I was like dead set on making. I was yes, this is the one I want to make. So, I got all the guys together, and then I think it was right around when we were shooting the night stuff. That was when I realized that this stuff, that was when Riley told me that he wasn't going to be able to make it, because he works like double shift and more, probably. So, because, I'm hoping to get him for the next version. So, and even then we'll just...
Has the schedule eased up a bit?
I don't know, really. I haven't talked to him since then. It's been over a year since I've talked to him. So,
same here.
Last time I saw him was graduation, so... but yeah, and with the loss of Riley, that meant I had to write Riley out, and I also had to write Preston out, mostly because I couldn't really think of any reason for him to be there, like just being like a third tag-along guy with me and Jack. So
it'd be kind of weird balance.
Yeah, he wouldn't really have any. There would be no real reason for him to be here because he's Mace's apprentice. So, it just wouldn't really work. And then there was also characters that we never filmed. We didn't film anything with. That was the pilots. So that would have been played by Ryan Long, his older brother Matthew, and his younger brother Seth. So they would have all been brothers in the film. I don't know. The characters will be in the newer version. They'll essentially be the center point of all of it. But I'm not sure if those guys will be playing them in the next film.
I think we just got a lot more. I think we got more anecdotal stuff to talk about this movie, because I remember the first night we were filming, and we were right about to film you dragging Jack. There were a bunch of people on the basketball court.
Oh yeah. In fact, you can kind of see them. There you are.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Yeah, there they are. There's people in the background. There's the light stand and everything. And I have an effect shot where I tried to like rotoscope all you out, but it didn't. Oh, it looked terrible. So there were some shots I did where I removed like that. It worked a little bit better, but with these monitors, I'm able to see more detailed.
We had to film the latter half of our fight. Mm-hmm. We had to cut through a baseball field and go back towards that creek.
Yeah.
Right by the highway.
Yeah, that's true. No, not right by. It was right by a railroad track.
Yeah. Which thankfully wasn't in use.
Well, it cast by a couple times.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think it just once. Or no, I think probably because it was at 1 a.m. So. Like I said, these were long nights. I think our cutoff was like 2:30 a.m.
Yeah, right like about there.
So, and we all made this plan to like go out for like
McFlurries and McDonald's.
Yeah, and we did it once, but apparently their ice cream machine doesn't work past midnight. So,
who'd have known?
Yeah. So now I have pretty much this new version in my head. I just have to actually write it, iron stuff out. So. But right now, this current short film is my priority. So, which we'll talk about that. One thing I want to say about your performance, well, it was good, but I think I just didn't give you a proper enough direction because I felt like it was just a bit too hammy.
I was about to.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioning in the commentary for our fight that, and I remember this when we were filming the clash and you had me down and I'm supposed to smile once I get the upper hand. I gave a toothy and I remember that.
Yeah, I freeze framed it. I'm just like,
Oh, so because I thought we did another take where I did the regular smile. With
I think you did, but I didn't think it really worked. Okay. So because it's like it was supposed to be like the really diabolical one, and I thought it just wasn't enough.
Okay.
But whereas like with the teeth, it was overboard. Yeah. So, but yeah. So hopefully the next one, because I wanted your
tone down the hand.
Yeah. I wanted your to be more like Christoph Waltz-ish, like Hans Landa type of thing. And sort of in contrast to like Favre, where he's more like Christopher Lee Vaudeville type of guy. So
the theater.
Yeah. Even though he's not really entirely like that in real life, because
he's a pretty chill guy.
Yeah. He's So trying to think if there's anything else.
I remember you mentioning the pilot shots. I thought you actually, because I remember talking to you one day, and I thought you had gotten a bit of the pilot shots with Seth and them.
No, we didn't get anything.
Where were you guys gonna film that?
We were gonna film that at the high school in the studio. So, and we had a whole schedule planned out. But of course, what happened with Riley, we pretty much had to throw it all out. So, unfortunately, but yeah, no hate on him or anything. It's just
things like that happen.
Yeah, it's the reality of indie filmmaking. So,
and doing it after you've graduated high school, when everyone you know's got daily responsibilities like jobs.
Yeah, which I mean we have that too.
Yeah,
it's like we're trying to pursue a creative career, so it's just not easy. So
any artist, that's the artist journey.
Yeah. But hopefully one day we'll get there.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, with those 3 pilots, I may have to get actual actors, which actually there's an Indiana Actors website.
Really?
Yeah. I was searching because I'm searching for a bit of like a female actor for this short film, and I found that I just searched Indiana Actors, and it turns out there's a website, IndianaActors.com. There's like male actors, actresses, models, and voiceovers, which probably should get Goldfarb to put his face on that website. So because he's a great voiceover guy. You check out the anxiety documentary. So it was totally worth the $40 I paid.
His voice is like butter.
Oh yeah, like when he sent me the files for the voiceover, he says anxiety. I was like, oh, no homo. It just came a bit. So yeah. So anyway, with the pilots, we might have to get actual actors. The only problem is like we have to get actors that kind of look like each other because they have to be they're brothers.
Yes.
And with Matt, Ryan, and Seth, it's they actually are brothers, because and they all kind of look like each other. So like you can see that where they came from. So especially when you see their father. So
I think I've never actually seen his father actually.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times. So
just wanted to reiterate, had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I sure we up-talked the hotness, hotness of the nights, and me nearly having heat stroke, and all the problems that came with it. But we had a fun time.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's this is what we're filmmakers. This is what we love to do. And pain is temporary, film is forever. So
exactly.
Yeah, I guess that's it. So all right, well, if I do another one with Farb or Jack, I will. I don't know. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Later.
Bye.